Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's take a look again on your currency, Great British Pound as well. So yesterday we've got the numbers that we suggested it was negative. The recent performance might be surprised a bit to you, but it is absolutely reasonable. It's just because with the comments that we heard yesterday from the Janet Yellen in general and Jerome Powell concerning the possible recession in the economy, these comments, well, I'm just even do not have the words to describe. So it seems that we are living in some parallel universe because comments from the Janet Yellen especially was, well, absolutely nuts. So it just have got the release of the two negative GDPs, but she kept going. She was talking on that's. In general, this is just the type of the improvement in the economy. This is the way how sometimes the economy improves. So I do not want even to comment this. If you would like to, I could give you the links to the videos of or you could easily find it in the internet, to just heard what Janet Yellen said about the recent numbers. But they're not the comments of the Yellen are important per se. The most important is that they reflect the changing of the Fed policy, not in terms of the rate, but in general. It becomes clear what they intend to do. Because if months ago there are still possible few ways of action, actually two ways, both of them lead to the bad results, but they could lead them differently. So you could currently, for instance, crush the economy, resolve the problems with inflation, and then starts recovery, healthy recovery, how it should be, with improvement, real growth of the economy, and so on. Or you could postpone and disguise the current problems, waiting until systems breaking apart by itself. And it seems that Fed currently is going on this way. The most bright indicator of that, you will see that with the visual some wealth and success on the stock market, you will see that inflation will keep going higher. So this will be the most important signal, and they will last this until the moment when inflation will be so high that it will directly hit the wealth of the households, the wealth of the population. It's just road to poetry. So yes, this provides some prosperous time for the stock markets for a few months, I suppose, maybe half of the year, maybe a bit longer. But the crash after that will happen anyway, and it will be even worse than it might happen right now. We will describe this in details in our weekly report, so this is really interesting subject, and you should know what is going on, how the Fed policy will change, and what do they intend to do. And the positive reaction is actually a reaction that nobody believes in a new rate hike. So yes, it might be in September, 75 basis points, maybe it will be changed. But in general, the cycle is over. Fed intends to switch on the printing machine again later. So that's why markets actually is going higher. And that's why dollar is turning down. So, but we'll discuss it in a weekly report. So in the shorter term, we do not see any reasons to actually change our trading plan here on the euro currency. We're suggesting that might be a BCD pattern action to the 618 resistance. So we're watching for this action. Next week, probably this performance should continue. On the 4-hour time frame chart, that's actually the pattern that we're considering here. Somewhere to 104.35. So very close to the 618 resistance. Maybe not today because it's too much distance for euro currency right now. Maybe next week, but probably market keep going high. Besides, probably, guys, I just forgot to say that you probably heard about the new support programs that Joe Biden announced recently. There's a new tax gathering for $600 billion and some social stimulus for $1 trillion once again. So just no comments. For today's session, we could keep an eye on this minor ABCD pattern that is forming here with the target on XOP is 103.35. So with this performance that we have, erasing of this recent drop and acceleration to the OP, this is good signs that maybe market will show some minor pullback on the OP, but let's say good chances the market should keep going higher. So you could, for instance, watch on this recent upward action and watch, for example, either for just retracement, some ABC retracement maybe on the 5-minute chart will be, or this might be the bread body buy, for instance, to be formed with the touching of the 102 area right there, the 30% pullback, and consider taking the long position when the reaction on the OP will be over. That's the setup actually that we have on the euro currency. Speaking on Great British Pound, so if you remember, we talked about these head and shoulders. Recently, market has completed its target, but in the same manner as on the euro currency, we're suggesting weakness on the United States dollar in the nearest time, the changing of the policy of the Treasury, of US Treasury, of the Fed, and since market completed the OP here, the next logical destination point is XOP, when the market could keep going higher, and returning back to the idea of the 3-drive pattern that we discussed, if you remember, suggesting that you could think about taking the long position. Currently, it's become evident why and how market could complete its target. So to complete it, market has to move above the top of the between second and third drives, and if market completes the XOP of the hourly and shoulders pattern, that will be quite enough to complete the minimum target of the 3-drive pattern. So deeper ground now is become clear. So that's actually what we have on the euro currency, on the Great British Pound. So currently we're not searching chance for taking new shorts position, because we should understand where this upward bounce will be over and how far market could climb this on the background of this new strategy from the Fed. So in general, the shape might change drastically in the nearest time. So we need to keep an eye on what will happen.